Rather lads, welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. We are back again. It's a new week, it's a new day, Monday. Obviously, guys, Monday is, so many people don't like Monday, but I like it for one reason. It's kind of a reset button. It's kind of a new start. And after losing to Liverpool 4-0, yes, that is our reset button coming in there Monday, preparing for the end of November. Newcastle on the 27th of this match, and of course the beginning of December, where we will start off with Manchester United, Everton, and we'll play every single 3 days. Every 3 days we will have a game. December is loaded. That is our ultimate test. Let's forget Liverpool. But before we do that, I want to say thanks everybody who's actually been involved in this channel, viewing the videos, hitting the like button and subscribing. I'm really grateful, and I'll be very grateful if we get this video to 200 likes. Make sure you get that one to 200 likes. A couple of things to discuss, of course, guys. Xhaka back in training, is already running. Of course, it is only 4 weeks away from the D-date that he was actually promised to come back. Nicolas has already said he's training so well, so Xhaka is coming back, guys. I'm gonna be giving you some information about that. Alexander Isak again back in the news. Arsenal, I said come January, they'll try to sign Alexander Isak, and if that doesn't happen, they will go back in the summer. Pepe to AC Milan. What is the latest? AC Milan would like to take Nicolas Pepe, £25 million. We'll be diving into that. Lingard again, linked with Arsenal and West Ham United. Would you take Lingard? That's the big question, guys. Would you take Lingard to Arsenal? I'm gonna say yes. I wanna say no. I've looked at him, over the past 1 year, and I think there is some decent player in there. But for me, 28 years of age, he's not actually, proven enough in his career that he needs to go to a club like Arsenal. Maybe it's the lack of game time. We'll try to dive into that. And of course, what has Nicolas said after the game against Liverpool, and Karim Adeyemi, finally my little boy, has been linked with Arsenal. Can we get that one done? Because it is the most important story for me today. Like I said, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know down in the comment section, would you take Lingard to Arsenal? Let's get the party started. So to begin the party, let's start off with Granit Xhaka. Because again, we have a midfield crisis. We have a midfield shortage. We need more midfielders at the moment. Mohamed Elneny is leaving for Galatasaray. It is being negotiated and being rumored out that Arsenal do not want to let go of Mohamed Elneny in the January transfer window. He might actually leave in the summer. It is also said that if Arsenal let him go in the January transfer, we could get as a maximum of £9 million. Now look, guys, the truth is £9 million for Mohamed Elneny. I'll take that. In January, I'll definitely take that. That is not an offer that I can refuse. That is not an offer that actually we should turn down. £9 million, that is a very good offer. Get £9 million and process the deal for Dennis Zakaria. I feel like it's good business. I feel like we shall have done well if we let go of Mohamed Elneny in January and obviously bring in Dennis Zakaria. At the moment, Dennis Zakaria, obviously, Borussia Mönchengladbach is still saying it should be 10 to 15 million. If anyone wants him in the summer, they were speaking about 25 to 30 million pounds. But of course, they have started to lower their expectations. They have started to lower their standards, and I'm very happy that they have started to realize the fact that no one is going to give you 30 million, no one is going to give you 40 million in Dennis Zakaria, especially by the fact that he's actually running down of contract now. So the big question now is, should we let Mohamed Elneny go, or should we actually keep him until the end of the season? Mikel Arteta is being rumored that he wants to keep him until the end of the season, something that I might not agree with, if we can actually get Dennis Zakaria and we can actually pull out some 9 million from the transfer of Mohamed Elneny. What do you think, guys? Would you sell Mohamed Elneny and replace him with Dennis Zakaria? I need to know. Now, speaking about midfielders, of course, like I said, Xhaka is back running. Xhaka is back in training. Of course, a couple of picks have been shown. on various Arsenal, Arsenal social media sites and networks. Yes, the man is actually coming back. The man is actually back in training. He's already running. Like Mikel said right after his injury, he said Xhaka is a beast. Xhaka is relentless. If you give him 1 month, he's already thinking about coming back in 1 week. If you give him 3 months, he's actually thinking about coming back in 3 weeks. So basically, according to reports we have, he's actually been training well. He's actually been recovering well, doing a lot of progress, behind the doors, and we expect to have him in January. Honestly, I would bring back in. I'll bring him back in January. Probably give him some minutes against City, give him some minutes against Tottenham, and give him some minutes, against is it Wolves that we shall actually play, because we only have 3 games in January, but in December we cannot risk Granit Xhaka. There's so many games in there. They're very hard games. West Ham is coming in, Manchester United, Everton. They're very difficult games. You can't risk Granit Xhaka, and we definitely can't risk him. So Xhaka back running, Xhaka back in training. Let's wait and see what's gonna happen there. But obviously, like I said, it is more interesting to see the man himself, the beast, Xhaka, because Mikel Arteta loves him. It's gonna be interesting to see him back with Thomas Partey leaving for January, and obviously with all the injuries that could come along in December and January as well. Now let's switch over to Mikel Arteta and what he said about the players, about the team, and about the game over the weekend. Obviously, it wasn't a very, very good result. It wasn't a very good experience when we lost to Liverpool 4-0. Yes, that was a little bit stretched. That was a little bit wayward. But for me, the game really didn't mean anything in terms of negativity. I picked up a couple of points. I picked out a couple of positives. And so did Mikel Arteta. And I hope so did the boys. If we can go to Newcastle, bounce back, get our unbeaten form right in there, kicking in there, nothing means more to an Arsenal side than our unbeaten run, because we are the kings of unbeaten runs in Europe, and obviously we are the biggest club to have ever served an unbeaten run, the longest ever in England. So on this game, on his comments about the game, Mikel Arteta was asked about his total assessment of the game, and he said we competed really well in the first half. They had their moments, we had our moments. We were really compact and used the ball in the right way to create some situations. We had a goal disallowed, and then we conceded a goal from a set play. In the second half, when we had to build some momentum and start to grow into the match, we threw it away in the first 15 to 20 minutes. We gave every ball away in very dangerous areas. We had them under no pressure. They punished us. We lost control of the game, and they had all the momentum. Absolutely right. That is what has happened, guys. That is the right picture of what Mikel Arteta said. That is what actually happened in that game. We were not so awful like many people want to paint it. Yes, we conceded 4 goals in one game, but the 3 goals came in 15 minutes in the second half, when we lost momentum, when we lost courage, when we felt like Liverpool had overpowered us. We gave them every ball that we got. Of course, we gave away the balls in very dangerous areas. Tomiyasu there making a mess, Nuno Tavares there making a mess, and of course Albert Samilakong there, of course, again making a mess in the midfield. But of course, these are young boys, like I said, and obviously we have to bounce back. But that is the picture of what happened. A very strong side in the first half, and a very, very weak side in the second half. We need to work on that, and Mikel knows that. On the fact that he has a young team, and if that impacted us at halftime, he said, I don't know. I've seen some of the biggest teams in the world come here to this ground and collapse. It can be in certain moments. I think we are a little bit, I think we were a little bit insistent when things were not working, or when we lost some of the balls. We had to mix our play much better, but we didn't, and that's it. They were better than us 90 minutes, and that's the level. They've been together for 6 years, and today you could see the difference in the moment that we lost control of the game. And I say this, guys, after in my match reaction, I said it, guys. It's never that easy. It's never gonna be that easy when you are playing Liverpool. They've been together for almost half a decade and more. It's a team that has actually it is stuck together not by glue, but because of emotions, but because of understanding each other, but because of the consistency that they have created over the years. Arsenal have only been together as a team for 5-6 games. It was never gonna be easy. It was never gonna be that easy game where you walk in there and just win it. It was never gonna happen like that. And obviously we crumbled and they smashed us because of our lack of experience, and obviously the glue that binds our players together is not yet that strong as the Liverpool team. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna say well done the boys on what happened with him and Klopp on the touchline, and if it galvanized the home crowd. Yes, Nicolas said he was trying, Klopp was trying to defend his side, and I was trying to defend my side, and that's it. I think the atmosphere was incredible right from the beginning. So that's it. If he saw that his side, if Mikel Arteta saw his side's limits today on that game, I said I think we threw the game away in 15 minutes, doing exactly what we didn't have to against the best team in the league. They were attacking us in short counters. Where in 2 or 3 passes, they have their wingers growing on the inside of your fullbacks. It's something that we should have done better. We didn't, but that's the reason. At the moment, they are better than us, and we lost the game. On if he'll pick up his players after the defeat, he said here it doesn't matter where you play, whether you play young players or senior players. I've seen all types of players suffer on this ground. When you go 2 or 3 down, it is very difficult, and we suffered. It's a learning process. Today there are a lot of things that we should take, but the most important one after a result like that is the next one, and forget about this one. On if he thought Mane was being too physical in his challenge, he says, I don't know. It was just an action, and that's it. I tried to defend my players, and that's what I did. On the importance of bouncing back quickly against Newcastle, and this for me is the most important thing that we've got to do, that we've got to focus on in this game. He said that that's what big and good teams do, and that's what we have to do. On Monday, we'll start again, review the match, the things that we should have done better, and understand the reason why we lost it. Then we'll correct it and focus completely on the next game, which is Newcastle. That is the manager, guys. Speaking about why we lost the game, what exactly should we have done better? And for me, in the first half, we were flamboyant, we were brilliant. Every Arsenal fan who feels like the first half was bogus, you are actually not in your right senses. The first half was actually so good. The tracking was good. We tried to create some moments there in the first half, but of course it didn't happen because they were better than us. We tried to surprise them. We wanted to surprise them. They knew our game plan, because many clubs go to Anfield with the same game plan. Go there, soak up the pressure against Liverpool, and try to surprise them. It happened against Manchester United. They were absolutely sorted. It happened against us. We were absolutely embarrassed, humiliated there with our game plan. I'm gonna say, Mikel, well done, bro, because that was a lot of courage. That was a lot of courage to play a 4-4-2, or you could call it a 4-4-1-1. Whichever way you want to put it. He was little. I mean, he was a little bit, courageous. He was a little bit, not frightened to play his own, football. He didn't care. He didn't mind about the opponent right from the start of the game. He cared about what his side wanted to do, and that is what I want to see in every game. Don't sit back and defend like small hypocrites. Go out there, show the talent, show the world that we are Arsenal Football Club, and we have got the talent, and we one day will be back to challenge for these titles. Again, guys, let's try to dive into some of the transfers. It's Monday, so we didn't have a video on Sunday, definitely because I want to rest, because January is gonna be very, very, very long, and December as well. So I did take a break there, probably the only break I'm gonna be taking in 1 or 2 months, and then I'll have another break right after December, right after January, sorry, because I'll be really traveling out, anywhere, just anywhere. Make sure you smash a like on the video, and make sure you do subscribe to the tin as well, so that by January I have 50,000 subscribers, and then I can go on rest. Right, guys, let's get into the transfers now, because first and foremost, speaking about transfers, Alexander Isak again has been linked with Arsenal, and I don't know if this is because of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's consistent poor performances, or it's coming in just because Arsenal do need, a potential replacement. Arsenal are being rumored to want to try to sign Alexander Isak in the January transfer window. Now, I've said this and I've spoken my mind, open about Alexander Isak. I love him; he's a good player, but January looks a little bit unlikely. January looks a little bit difficult. It looks like it's Look, it looks like it's one that's never going to happen. But look, guys, Arsenal would love to sign Alexander Isak. That is the confirmation that I can give you on this Monday morning. And of course, anything new, if anything comes up, I'm going to let you know. Alexander Isak, yes, the fans' favorite. People want him. People love him. They're in Spain, in England, and obviously, in Sweden back there where he's born. People love him. They see him as the next big thing. They see him as the next Thierry Henry. I don't know if he can actually become that, but so many players have been seen as the next Thierry Henry, but Thierry Henry has always been Thierry Henry. Can Alexander Isak become the next Thierry Henry? Let's wait and see. A deal between 50 to 60 million, like I've always reported, could be enough, or probably stretch to 70 or 80, but I feel like it should be 60, it should be 50 to 60, but let's wait and see if Arsenal can actually beat Dortmund, Liverpool, and of course all the potential suitors that want the player to take him at the Emirates Stadium. Now, talking about beating competition and things like that, Arsenal are battling it out with for Jesse Lingard with West Ham United. We were linked with Jesse Lingard, in the summer, and I said I would take him. Of course, he had actually done a very great job there at West Ham United, and they would love to take him back. They would actually want to sign him on a permanent deal. United are very, very skeptical about giving Jesse Lingard to West Ham, because West Ham have actually become real contenders for the top four and real rivals to Manchester United at the moment, who are not even anywhere close to the top four, not even top five. So again, Manchester United, they're still struggling to give Jesse Lingard game time. The player would love to play some football, maybe to boost his chances of being called up and maybe making it to the final squad in the in the World Cup 2022 there in November and December. Southgate obviously has so many choices to pick from. I don't think he's actually going to be thinking about getting in a player who's actually not even getting game time at his parent club. So my question there is, guys, would you take Jesse Lingard at Arsenal? Good player. Probably has some of the things we have, but he's 28, guys. It's the same thing I said in the summer. He's 28, and if of course he comes in, he wants a 4-year contract. Would you do a Jesse Lingard? We've signed crap from Manchester United before. It hasn't worked out. But I feel like we need someone sharp. We need a player who's a little bit sharp, up there. We need someone who can actually replace Lacazette, not as a striker really, because I don't think we need more than one striker, on the pitch. I feel like we need someone who, like Lautaro Martinez, like Jesse Lingard, someone who can actually drive the ball, score goals, but again, have that mentality of creating for others. Jesse Lingard, can he do that? I feel he can, but should Arsenal do the deal? That actually remains to be seen. And of course, Nicolas Pepe to AC Milan. AC Milan, right from Friday, have been rumored to want to pay 25 million for Nicolas Pepe. I've spoken about these guys, and I said so many clubs want Nicolas Pepe. Crystal Palace in there, Newcastle in there, and obviously AC Milan among the clubs that want Nicolas Pepe. And I'm really, really glad that Pepe is not as a flop as I expected. Many clubs out there want to sign him on a permanent deal. AC Milan are offering 25 million pounds. If we can get someone like Newcastle are offering at least 30 million in Nicolas Pepe. Honestly, guys, I would have preferred if Nicolas Pepe goes far away, probably to Italy, so that he never troubles us. Because if you give him to Newcastle in the next 3 years, when they build their squad, they're going to be a big problem to Arsenal. They're going to be very, very big problem to anyone there who wants to take top 4, who wants to get top 3. And I do not want to see Arsenal engineering their own problems, just like we did in the same way against Liverpool. So, guys, Pepe to AC Milan, yes, I'll take the deal. It's not a bad deal. I'll take it, 25 million pounds, far away to Italy. I'll take it and probably try to convince them that Kessie and Pepe could be a good swap deal, and we see what could actually happen out of that. And finally, guys, Arsenal have been linked with my boy, my brilliant star. Obviously, there are so many young players that I love, in Europe at the moment. Xhaka, Emil Smith-Rowe, Gavi, Pedri, Ansu Fati. But again, this one is a special one. Again, this one is another one that you can say Messi is arriving. Karim Adeyemi. We've been linked to Karim Adeyemi. Obviously, we are not the only club linked with Karim Adeyemi. Liverpool as well linked with Karim Adeyemi. Borussia Dortmund rumored that they will do whatever they can to get this young talent. Of course, we know when it comes to young talent, when it comes to fresh waters, when it comes to fresh legs, it is Liverpool. It is Dortmund that always want to get in there. They always want to stick their big noses into those deals, and they've always got them done. Look at Jude Bellingham, look at Jadon Sancho, look at Erling Haaland. They always get those deals done, and when they do, they actually develop these players into very, very successful players and resources. But of course, Arsenal linked with Karim Adeyemi there, saying that we could want to pay around 30 million. Of course, we want forwards, we want new players, and of course, they're our forwards there are actually aging. They're actually becoming older and older and older. We need better players. We need young players. We need fresh blood. We need fresh legs. Karim Adeyemi, yes, I'll take him all day long. At the moment, not really experienced. Still very, very young, under 21. That is, of course, he's played, senior regular football for Red Bull Salzburg. Of course, he's still under 21. If you brought him in, he might actually need time to adapt to the Premier League and adapt to the general environment around England and around the UK. But definitely, he's one to watch. Dortmund, for me, will take him. Back have been linked, but they do not have the 30 million to spend on Karim Adeyemi. Looks like if it's not RB Leipzig, it will be Dortmund or Liverpool. But of course, Arsenal in there again, listening quietly to the voices, praying that the player can actually choose us. That is the update, guys. This early morning. Thanks everybody for watching. Smash a like on the video and subscribe. Xhaka back in training. Alexander Isak linked again. Pepe to AC Milan. Just a Lingard linked with Arsenal and Karim Adeyemi back in there. And of course, we did look at Nicolas' press conference and what exactly he said about the game and about the lights and whether we will bounce back against Newcastle. As always, come on Arsenal. Come on you Gunners. I'll speak to you at exactly 5 p.m.